doing it.
You don't wanna tell me how, I guess I'll never know.
There we go. Evening, everyone. Welcome to Toffee Blue Cast. It's the derby. It's a pre-match chat with me and Dan, and you're not going to believe this. He's done his 500 press-ups. He's run up his steps. He's jumping up and down, waiting to show you how positive he is. And yeah, he's gone all out, I think. Are we ready, mister? Well, we'll be on in a second.
It's Spartan Derby Day. This is Everton. Here we go. Got the badge on.
Oh, brilliant.
Can you tell
so just your,
that it's Derby Day?
Just your normal everyday clobber then?
Yeah, these are a bit flappy, like, you know what I mean? But I like it. I do. I've got the cape. I've got the Everton crest.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for Derby Day, I'm ready for Derby Day. I mean, I had some cop-out give it large to me last night, so I went and got the helmet because I thought he's coming after me, the way he was saying he's going to beat us 5-0 and we're not going to score a goal and Calvert-Lewin's crap. And I thought, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's go for it. So here I am, my sporting outfit, ready. Rise of the Empire. Let's do this. Let's do the Derby pre-match talk. I'm here. I'm all for it. Let's go.
You are. You're
Let's have a
ready.
look at these comments. Do they appreciate
By the
the
looks of
banter
it.
on this channel? Do they appreciate
You're ready, mate, I think.
that entrance? Yes, they do. Oh my days.
I wouldn't ask you to stand up just in case.
I don't want to get a six-pack out, do I? Don't want to get a six-pack of Carling out.
Well,
but yeah,
what I was on
I'll
about,
stick with my
okay.
shoulders. You know what, though? Honestly, I'm so up for this. And
nah, really?
I spoke. I was on a space last night, and obviously we did a little bit of a clash. We let a few cop-outs on. Some was respectful. Some spoke about Everton nicely, like I would. I'd respect the other team and give a proper opinion. Some come on and gave it the big gob, as you'd expect. And I kept quiet. I thought, no, it's not my space. And I kept quiet. But in the end, if you come at something I love, Everton Football Club, whether we're shit at the minute or whether we're good, I'm not letting you freaking go at my club. So I went for it and I gave it back. And
you did.
You know what? I was going to tweet. I've got it on video. And he reckons he's going to beat us 5-0. He said we can't score against him. And he reckons that their centre midfield is going to destroy us, even though when I questioned him, he said his centre midfield isn't as good as it used to be. So I think I called him out a little bit. But I hope you're all ready. Come on, let's get ready for this. There's too many Everton fans that are defeated already. Let him protect your club. Protect your club. Protect your club. Paul, you've got to be up for it.
I'm with you. I really, really hate this fixture. This is my worst one of the season.
Not with me, you don't. Not with me, you don't,
really,
mate. We're together.
I really don't like it. So you're gonna have to drag me along on this one because I really don't like this one. But we'll pick it out.
I'm not being
break it down, and we'll find out one or two little weaknesses and stuff. And yeah, why not?
Well, what is it? What are you scared?
No, I'm not scared. It depresses me. This fixture depresses me. It's one win out of 25. And there weren't even fans at that one. So yeah, You know, I'm glad that we've got a lot of draws. We've got 10 draws, 15 defeats. It's just not a fixture I like. So it just means that it's just gonna even be sweeter tomorrow when we win.
The thing is, right, we're not playing that well, but we're just starting to pick up. I believe they are leaking goals, and I don't think they're as good as there was, and I think they're trying to bed a few players in. They think that they're going to beat us. Get this cake right for battle. They think they're going to beat us, and there's no pressure. And I do believe that they've spent a lot of money. If they beat us, then you can say, fair enough. You spent probably 100, 200 million over the last 2 seasons on players. And so you bloody should have. You spent that much money. The pressure's on them because we spent 5-10 million this transfer window. Remember, they spent 100, 200 million on a team that was competing in Champions League, right?
Yeah.
And a team that was already pretty strong, right? So we've had a weak team, 2 relegation battles, and we've just spent 10 million. Now, if we go and beat this team, Paul, which I believe we've got some young talent that can rise to this, if we go and beat these, the humiliation's on them. I haven't gave it large. Large. They've gave it large. They're saying they're going to batter us, and we're like, all right, then fair enough. That's what you want. But that just motivates me because that's disrespecting my club. And it really does motivate me. We've got a free ride here. Can you take me seriously with my smart myself? You look like you're like really taking it in. I feel in a minute I'm going to get you take your top off, and we're just going to go after these freaking cop-eyes like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Let's do it. No, on the pitch, me and you will play. You play left wing, I'll play left back. Not in an aggressive way, just in a. This is what the derby's about. For years, they've had a team that's been stronger than us because they've spent more than us. But I relish the challenge of beating them with a team that's slightly weaker, and I relish it this time as well. I really do think we're good for this, Paul.
I don't fear them as a team. It's not like that. It's just the history of this fixture in the last 24 years. It's been hard work. So I'm with you. I am positive we are going to get something from this. And God, it's the derby, so anything could happen. It's a fixture with most 0-0s, most red cards. It's the most drawn fixture as well in the league. They've only had 1 clean sheet in their last 10. They're like Brentford and Bournemouth in that way, that they score a few, but they concede a lot as well. So, they're not infallible at all. Anyone can beat them, and at some point, it's going to be us.
Yeah, I think that. Well, the argument that I got last night was that we'll get onto some serious stuff and we'll do the pre-match as we normally do it. So get involved. I just want to say, right, this is a channel where we
serious stuff. Did you just say
we'll get
serious stuff with that on your notes?
Yeah, we'll get onto some serious stuff. I'm starting to get used to it now. I feel like it's the right outfit for the derby. But the longer you're in it, the more finger you feel. I'm ready for battle. I've got the last 5 fixtures of them. I've got the last 5 fixtures of us. I'm going to tell you how this channel works. We are a serious channel, but we try and have a bit of banter because that's what we're about. We do analyse football properly because I've like got a degree in all sports. Don't like to freaking boast that, but I've freaking studied sport more than what I bloody want to, and I do like the game of football, and I do like to analyse it, and we do like to break it down. So we give you a good thing on football looking at it, and Paul knows his stuff as well. He's coach and everything, so we do know our football, by the way. We're not just freaking banter, but we do like to have a laugh as well, because you only live once. And I tell you something, if I don't wake up tomorrow morning, you'll be playing this video and remembering me for the rest of your life. You've got to make a difference in this world, and I'm a Spartan. I'm making a difference in this derby. I want to get the players up for it. And one thing I will say, Paul, there's so many things that was going through my head before we come live. I'm just getting them off my chest, right?
Go on.
I've got that video of that cop-out saying we're going to get smashed. I defended Everton, right?
Yes,
I defended Everton. No, where some others
you
didn't,
did.
I defended Everton. Yeah,
That's true. That is true.
I defended them. Now, I want those players to defend me now and not make me look like a dickhead. Saying that with a Spartan accent. No, I want them to. I want those players to. I want those players to defend me. I want them to put. I want them to put in that changing room the video of them saying they're going to spank us. Calvert-Lewin shit. Every player we've got shit, and they're all rubbish. I want them to show that to the players and say, right, Calvert-Lewin, he said you're crap. Go into the game. They've just said you're crap. And show our defenders. They've just said they're going to score 5 against you, Tarkowski. Show our players what they've just said, that they think we're shit, to motivate them. Get them up for it. Play for us. Play for us. Right. Let's get serious then. Let's get some stuff on the screen.
Let's. You're getting a bit sweaty underneath.
It was getting Spartan, wasn't it? That was. Right.
That's good, that.
Let's.
That was good.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Let's get serious now. Whoa, Mr. Skill.
I mean, not to get all historical and everything, but Spartans are red, so Dan's got the Athenian gear on.
No, it's Rise of the Empire is the blue one. He is.
Oh, is he?
It was red, and the latest one, Rise of the Empire, is blue. They've got blue capes, mate. Otherwise, I would not be wearing red. I hate it. Right, Tim Cale, get the punches out. Anyone wants a fight, I'll friggin' smash a corner flag right now. Let's do this.
You got your trolleys on.
Look at that now, Spartan. Here we go, serious. Have a bit of banter, then go serious. Look at this now. We're all ready. Right, Danielson. Here we go. Juicy. Let's do this. Right, serious channel now. We've had the Spartan. We've got everyone revved up. Rise of the Empire. Yeah. I don't know. I just hate red, but I like Spartans because the fight. Right, here we go. I like Rocky. I like Karate Kid. I like any sort of warrior sort of battle attitude. And that's what I want these to do, this derby. Let's get on the screen. Last 5 of them, last 5 of us. And let's get the team that they played last and the team that we played last. And we'll do everything for you. That's what Toffee Bluecast does. You just go on it, have a look, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. So here we go. This should be. Ignore the smell on the left, Paul.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Ignore that. Right, here we go. I always give the opposite football team respect. I can't stand Liverpool, but that's just in our nature of the derby, right? But I'm looking at their results now. Last 5 Premier League games. Brighton 2-2. What did you think of that game, Paul?
That's the cracking game, really. I didn't watch it live or anything, but highlights and looked at the reports and stuff. Brighton are a good side, aren't they? Really. I mean, I can't say too much bad about Brighton, and it could have gone either way, to be fair. So a decent game, but again, they're susceptible to conceding. 2 against Brighton, 2 against Spurs. West Ham scored.
I know.
Scored.
I don't know where that fan was getting the nil from, because when I've looked at the form there, they've conceded a lot of goals, and for him to say that he's going to score 5 and we're going to score none, I did try and say to him that a lot of your games you have been leaking goals, and he didn't like that I was right on the actual fact. I mean, this Brighton game, I just said to you, did they come back from 2-0, Brighton?
No,
yeah,
it wasn't. They did. They weren't 2-0 down.
No. I've got it here. It was
Brighton were 1 up, and Liverpool came back 2-1. Dunk equalised. I think it was. Anyway.
Yeah. It was when we was live on the channel, because you said that Salah went on to score 2 to make it 2-1. I've got it here, and then Dunk scored at the end. So they had the lead and they couldn't keep it, could they? So
no. And it was a draw was probably a fair result, because both teams had a decent amount of possession, but I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about Liverpool, about whether they've got enough sort of going last 10 minutes. Just looking in some of the games, do you know what I mean? They faded quicker than 1 or 2 sides. The Spurs game was a freak game, to be fair. Liverpool seemed to fade in the last sort of 10 minutes, 20 minutes against Brighton. So, they're not perfect. Not perfect by any means.
The Blues has just said here, the Blues, everyone, thank you for everyone in the building. I'm looking at you. I've had a bit of banter, but I'm here with you right now. And let's stick together. Alisson has made twice the amount of saves as Pickford this season. So they're obviously not that defending that well. If he's having to make this many saves, twice as much as Pickford. And I thought Pickford's made a lot this season.
Yeah.
This is the thing, though. We've actually been playing quite well. Our results don't do us justice. I think we've been up the other end a lot more than what we've been defending. And Alisson he made a big mistake, Paul, last game against Brighton.
Yeah. And the thing is as well that in those games where they are conceding, they're either conceding first or a team's coming back to level. It's not like they're winning by 2 or 3 goals and then the side gets a consolation goal. The teams that they're playing against are actually well in the mix up until the last sort of 10 minutes of the game. I mean, even the Wolves game, I think 2 of their goals were late on. So it's all about whether teams who are playing against them can be strong enough to the end. Can they be fit enough? And I tell you what, if there's something on our side, maybe it's people being fitter than we used to be. That could come into the game for us tomorrow.
Well, they don't start well. When we watched them together in the pub against Newcastle, Newcastle scored first, and Newcastle was causing them a lot of problems. And I know they ended up beating them with 10 men, which was just a very weird football match. But Newcastle should have put that game to bed. There was all over them at the start. That's not even in there, though. But they beat Villa there. But I watched the Wolves game. The Wolves game, Wolves went 1-0 up at the start, and it was all over them because I thought they was going to batter Wolves, and I actually watched this, and I thought they're going to batter Wolves. And Wolves dominated the start, and then just completely dropped off, like you said. And Liverpool took over and won 3-1. Fair enough, they had the character to go and bring it back and win that game, but they didn't start well again. In the West Ham game, they obviously put that to bed. I think it was closer than 3-1. The Spurs game, I know they want the replay and they still think they own the Premier League and can have the replay. But when I actually watched the Spurs game, there was nothing in that game that said they was going to win. Yes, Diaz had one chance and probably should have scored. Well, it was onside and it should have counted. But I do feel if Diaz did score that goal with Spurs having extra men, they would have stepped it up more. They just wasn't going for it fully, because they knew that they didn't have to. So just because Diaz could have scored that and should have scored that and it should have been allowed doesn't mean they would have beat Spurs. I still think Spurs was better that game. Spurs started a lot better as well. Richarlison had a lot of chances at the start. And I'm seeing Wolves at the start better than them. I'm seeing Spurs at the start better than them. I'm seeing Brighton scoring 2 against them. It just gives me confidence going into this derby. It really does, because I've watched them teams fancy themselves against them, score goals against them, and look decent against them. So it makes me think that we can be, because I like a lot of our players at the minute and believe we can do the same.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, if you look at both sets of games there's goals on both sides. Do you know what I mean? We've scored 7 goals in the last 3 league games. So that's not bad, is it?
I just read that. No, I just read. I've been corrected here by School of Science, Mr. Cleverman. I actually was trying to get my cape right, and I cut my Everton badge out to put on my top and get my Spartan outfit ready, just to give you lot a laugh. And I was trying to write this just before, and I was late. So yeah, I have got that wrong, but we beat them, so don't worry. What was the score again?
3-0, were we?
Oh, Gavin won dinner.
Yeah, that's how generous you are. That's how generous you are.
Well, you know, they can have one. I'll give them one, but I'm not giving frigging Liverpool one. We're keeping a clean sheet against them and smashing them.
Oh, why
not?
Yeah,
that's what they're on that.
Like I said before, this is the fixture with most 0-0s. I'd love us to just catch it just at the end. Do you know what I mean? Maybe if some freak cross or something at the bar, just bounce down or something stupid like that, and then Dyche can run all over the pitch. You know, Just one of them. It'd just be
Oh,
nice.
I'm so excited for this. I know some are scared, Paul, but I'm so excited. I'm relishing the challenge here. If you look at their form, it goes win-win, then they lost, then they drew. So that obviously the form's starting to get worse. That's just it's on your eyes there. You can see it. They've obviously started good, winning 3 and dipping.
Yeah.
If you look at our form, Paul, we've drew, lost, won, lost, won. So after we have a good result, we have a bad result, then we have a good result, then we have a bad result. Now that's our new thing. So, but we're going to change that. We're going to win again. We're going to win this game.
Well, they're inconsistent, just like us. So, I know our record's not great. You're building me up, Dan. I'm starting to believe something could happen again. I really am.
Well, we haven't even got that Aston Villa result on this. We've actually won 3 in our last 4. I fancy us. I really do fancy us. Right, so let's get into business then. By the way, people, like and subscribe. I put a video of Tarkowski up. Did you see it on the Spartan Music? And it got like nearly 1,500 views. Oh my days! So, like stuff. Yeah, and then I come on as a Spartan. So please please subscribe. We're worth it. L'Oreal. And let's get rid of that.
Should we have a look at the lineup?
Let's do this. I really do fancy us against these. I really do. And if we don't win, so what? But I do fancy us. I relish the challenge here. I think if we bail, if we ain't got the bollocks in the game, I won't be happy because I feel if we turn up, Paul, we've got this. I really do. I think if we turn up, we've got this. And I think a lot of Everton fans are scared to say that they're confident, but they are. And they want to be like me. And deep down they are inside, but they know they'll get ripped if we lose. But I'm just taking the risk. I'm a risk taker. Here we go.
You just want us to put a good shift in, don't you? And not cave. Do you know what I mean? Villa losing 3-0 at their place. Villa just caved into them straight away. And I think that's where our anxiety comes from. It certainly is for me. Thinking back to some shocking results that we've had in the last, 6, 7, 8 years there. It's just stuff of nightmares. So you just want them all just not to just roll over and die. Do you know what I mean? We don't want that. We don't want the way we played away against Villa to be how we play away tomorrow. Or we put a bit of a foot in, to be honest.
This is what I said on the space last night before they started having the cop-outs on. I said, as long as we go for it, I'm happy. That Arsenal game stays in my head because I went the Arsenal game and took Eliana, took Chloe to the pub and stuff. There's a lot of people in there and a lot of Arsenal fans, and I felt like we did nothing. We sat back and just let Arsenal play how they wanted. We took it. We lost 1-0, and I come out of the game feeling like we did nothing that Arsenal game. And a lot of us just said we didn't really do nothing. We sat back, we took it, but we didn't give. And this game, I want us to show some bollocks. I don't want our Everton players to think about, I've got to mark you and I'm scared of this and I'm scared of that and I'm scared of that. I want our Everton players to say, you're going to have to mark me because I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I want us to take our game to them. That's what I want. I want us to really go for it because if, say, Harrison, for example, if Harrison is getting back and defending and worrying about, say, Salah's on his side, then Salah's on top. But if Harrison gets Salah back, then Harrison's on top. It's a battle of players. And I just want our players to just take them on because I feel we can win some of these battles when you look on there, player against player. I do fancy us.
Yeah, I mean, I think the same way on the other side, to be honest. I mean, I'll go through lineups later, but whereas I would have in previous games, McNeil sort of being your left wing back, because I'm a fan of the 3 and then the 5. I'd actually have him further forward on the left because I think whoever they bring in for, it'd be Salah on that, usually on that right hand side. So to sort of push that back, like you said, and then what they've been doing recently, certainly in the last half season, is that Alexander-Arnold they love him to bits, don't they? They think he's an absolute world beater. So they get him on the ball as much as possible. So he's not always actually in that right back position. They're not very rigid like that. So another reason why I think someone like McNeil, who can carry the ball over 50 yards, 60 yards and get us further up the pitch, is really important. And the same could be on the other side as well. Because they've not got Robertson. He got injured, didn't he, for Scotland in the week. So he's out.
Yep.
So I don't know who's going to be playing.
That Timmy Cass or whatever his name is. Timmy Cass. Timmy from South Park.
Yeah. So whoever we have on the right-hand side, I hope they do the same thing, and we give them a few more problems, to be fair, and make them worry about us rather than just presuming we're just going to sit back and worry about them all the time.
Well, you can if they've got that. What is his name? Timmy Cass. I don't examine their team that much.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's some sort of guy anyway. But they don't fancy him, and I know a lot of their fans said they're a bit worried about him playing in that position. So they've got him left back, and I think Alexander-Arnold. I don't think he's a biggie in defending. I think he's good at getting forward, and I think he's got cracking delivery. As much as I hate to say that, but I think if you've got him on the back foot and he does try and get forward and you catch him out, with our wingers, Jack Harrison and McNeil, I think we win that battle. I really do think if you say those two players now, Arnold say up against Harrison and McNeil up against Timmy Cass, call him Timmy, I think we win that battle on the wings. And if you win the battle on the wings, you've got Calvert-Lewin and Decore in the box. And that lights my eyes up, that does.
Yeah, I know. Well, we've got. Do you know what I mean? We have got a bit of a run going.
Paul said the same here. Look, he said his shit. Look.
Yeah. Emma's saying don't change your winning side. And we've played decent. We have, and we've been pretty strong. So it might well be the case. But we've certainly got enough. We've certainly got enough going forward now that we can create the chances. We've seen that. It's all about the XG, baby. So we create chances. We've done that in almost every game. So there's no reason why we can't create chances, and we're actually putting them away now, which makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm having a nightmare tonight. Ain't I? Even you could have told me off on that one. It's a silent T, so it's Simicas. So I can't even call him Timmy now. I'm gonna have to call him Simmy. But yeah, I agree with Paul there. I think he's crap. I really do. I think they brought him with big money and they expected him to be this, that, and the other. And he's been nowhere near the squad, and he's getting used because they have to. So I see him as a weakness. I really do, and it excites me. Now, we'll just talk about their something else, a clash of them on as well, the centre of midfield. Now, they said they're going to smash us in the centre midfield. And I agree with you. If you listen to Sean Dyche in the press conference, Sean Dyche says a couple of tweaks. I think that means he's going to, with his tweaks, he's going to tell players to do certain things in positions. Like his tweaks means, say, he's going to get Onana to mark someone out of the game, or he's going to get the wingers to track a little bit more. I don't think Sean Dyche saying a couple of tweaks means that he's going to change any of this team that's there for Everton. I do believe that we'll see the exact same team. The only thing that does worry me, we're going to give our teams in a minute, but the only thing that does worry me is that Garner Gay might come in and Garner might move out onto the wing. That's the thing I think a lot of Evertonians are worried about at the minute, because we all do want to see the Onana and James Garner combination in the middle. I know you want to see the wing-back one as well, but I don't mind that either. But from what Sean Dyche said in the interview to me, I think it's going to be this team. I mean, are you happy if it is the same team? I mean, I know Emma just said you don't change a winning team.
Yeah, generally, yeah. There's I'll go with it. There's certain things in it that I think we need. I think obviously there in the centre, James Garner and Onana. Harrison needs to be given a little bit of freedom on that right hand side to come inside. You don't want either of your full backs isolated. So if we do have someone going forward. We can't leave Young completely against Diaz, say, for example, on his own. He's not got the pace. He's likely to get booked early doors. It seems to be the thing at the moment. And you don't really want to see Mykolenko one-on-one with Salah. So there's certain things that we've got to make sure we don't let happen. On the flip side, though, if you look at the middle three there for them, where you got Elliott, McAllister, and he's so Bosslar or whatever his name is. I don't see a natural number 6 there. I don't see like a Thiago. I don't see a Thiago. I don't see a Fabinho. Those type of players. Henderson, even. I don't see that kind of player in there. I think there's a circle of space in front of Van Dijk and Matip to be exposed there, and it may well be we actually get someone in that area to work off DCL. Someone like Harrison would be ideal, to be honest. Decore,
I think Decore is like you said.
He's absolutely haphazard, Decore. So someone in that gap could be the actual key to us unlocking their defense.
I think you make a very good point there. That's why I nearly jumped in on you, because sometimes I love what you say because it's what I'm thinking, and I want to jump in and say the same thing basically. But I think you're right. I do think that the reason McAllister isn't playing that well, because I called a fan out last night for it, and he couldn't say nothing about it. I think he's a good player and he's good against Everton, so I don't want to curse it. But I think the reason he isn't playing well is because, like you said, there's no number 6. And I think because they've not got no Fabinho, I think McAllister's dropping in and he's trying to be this Fabinho making tackles, and he's just picking up yellow cards and not doing the attacking stuff that he wants to do. So they're not playing a 6 and sacrificing another attacking midfielder. So it is somewhere that you can hurt them. And I do believe Decore playing around in that position, he might get a bit of joy there if he does play there. He might not play there. Decore might be sub, but I just think, like you've said, just in front of that defence, there's room to pounce, and that's where we might get a bit of joy. Exactly what you said.
We won't. I'm going off historically here. We generally don't have the possession in this game. The key will be how we handle the ball in our own half first. They're going to have a high press because that's what they tend to do against us. They have every time, and it seems to have paid off mainly for them. But if we can pass as well as we did against Bournemouth, say, then I think we can unlock 1 or 2 passes, which will. Then they're not going to sit back. They're not going to sit back. There's going to be spaces in that midfield. And if we are passing the ball out like we normally do, like Pickford does really well, it's that second or third ball into that middle of the pitch. And that's where you have that circle of space. It'd be the likes of Salah or Diaz or whoever they have up, pushing our fullbacks and trying to bring us into the middle and try and win the ball off us that way. If we can pass the ball decent, and then we can get a ball into DCL halfway line, just past it, get a decent ball or a little move from Garner or Harrison, and then you're looking for Manil. We can spread it then. We can actually spread those passes. And Tarkovsky's really good at doing that as well. So it's going to be those initial sort of 5, 6, 7 passes that we do in our own defensive third, if you like, or certainly deep in our half, to then getting the ball into the dangerous areas in the middle of the pitch, and then breaking onto their back 4. And if that's going to be, or even back 3, depending where Alexander-Arnold goes, I fancy DCL against any of those. To be fair, I'd fancy McNeil to race any of them as well. And I think Harrison's probably due a good few shots on target from the edge of the box as well. So there's positives, but it's that initial bit, if we can keep the ball and then create a chance, I would say.
No, I think Calvert-Lewin is scoring goals even in games we haven't won, and I think he's doing really well. He didn't score last game, but he did everything but score. And I think Calvert-Lewin they think he's shit. Well, you watch what Calvert-Lewin does. And I really do. Like, you know, where you think to yourself, Paul, what player can rise to this derby? You think of Rodriguez and Richarlison when we beat them in the derby.
Yeah.
And you think to yourself, what players can rise to this derby? I do think McNeil can. I think Harrison can be a nuisance against Liverpool. I've watched him for Leeds, destroy him a couple of times down that wing. I think Onana, he could be. Do you think that Onana will play? Because he's been international break and he didn't train, the same as Patterson. Just because he hasn't been in training, do you think Sean Dyche will just chuck him in? Or do you think he could drop him?
I wouldn't.
Scares me.
They're all professionals, to be fair. That, you know, the vast majority of them are playing international football, and they've come back before and just got on with it, haven't they? I think they're fitter. I just think they're so much fitter than as a team than we used to be in previous seasons. So I think that'll just pay off for everyone. He's got Garner Gay who can always come back in. He's a different kind of player. I think if you see Garner Gay come back in, then I would take that as a more defensive than Onana, to be honest. You can't see Garner Gay creating a massive lot in their half of the pitch. You certainly can't see him getting a shot on target from the edge of the box either.
Would you, on this comment here, Paul, we know him from Twitter, top guy, on this comment, I'll be gutted, to be honest, if Garner comes back. Do you know what? I hate to say it because I love Garner Gay and I run down the beach naked when we signed him, when we got him back, because I wanted him back so bad. But yeah, I do believe that him being out is a bit of a blessing in disguise, because I still think he's a cracking player and I think he'll be influential to us throughout the season, because we're going to pick up injuries in the middle of the park. But I just feel that whilst that combination of Garner and Onana has worked twice in a row, I wouldn't change it until it don't work. Do you know what I mean? And if it looks like it's struggling during the game, then you've got the option of chucking Garner Gay in and saying, right, boom, before anything bad happens, I'm going to put him in and cement it up. But I wouldn't. Yeah. Me personally, I just think that Onana and James Garner in the middle, I just trust it 100%, because I said it on the channel last time. It's just Onana sitting in the number 6 and it's James Garner and it's Decore playing box to box, both getting really high, turning the ball over high. And it just works so much better for me. And I like Onana in the number 6 sweeping things up more than I do Garner Gay. And I like Onana on the ball more than I do Garner Gay at the minute. I think Garner Gay can be good on the ball, but he's got to somehow be more tidy. And sometimes you see players dropped and they step it up. Like Mikalenko, for example. Just because a player gets dropped, Paul, doesn't mean you're saying the crap. Mikalenko got dropped. Young took his position. It's the best thing that ever happened to Mikalenko, because he's come back all guns blazing. He looks the best he's ever looked. Calvert-Lewin had no competition. And then Beto come in. Calvert-Lewin's the best he's ever been because he's got competition. Competition is good for the players. It really is good for the players. So just because you're dropping Garner Gay doesn't mean it's not good, because he can come in and there's competition. Dan Juma's got to get back in as well. There's competition there. So we've got a healthy squad here where there's a lot of competition for me now. And I think it's a big positive. I don't think because players are on the bench, you should think anyone's saying the shit. If Patterson's on the bench, it's just competition with him and Young. And you just hope he pushes his way back in. That's it.
Yeah, and the thing is, games change, and you'll have a run of games where someone might just be losing it for a few games, so you bring someone in. The thing for Onana and James Garner for me is that either can play 6. I think they're both capable in different ways of playing Garner Gay's position. But if you play Garner Gay, whoever you play with him has to be the one going forward. Maybe supporting Decore or whoever. Whereas I think they can both do either. I think James Garner can get forward and put a pass in and feed people in the channels and stuff, and in the gaps between the full backs and the centre backs. I don't think Garner Gay does that. I think his one job really is like Alan used to do, is just get a touch on the ball.
He reminds me of Alan. He reminds me of Alan, to be fair, because he looks like he's decent, but he just hasn't got the speed in that number 6. And he reminds me of him. And Alan was better higher, and Garner Gay's a bit better higher, turning the ball over it. It's the same sort of situation. I just think Garner Gay is more effective in that position. What we're going to do now, by the way, like and subscribe, please. If you can like the stream, Halloween's coming. If you can like the stream, we appreciate it. Just get it about. I'm just going to look now how many likes we've got on it. We've got 11 watching. Let's get more on. Like it. Get on the like. Let's have a look. Here we go. We've got 4 likes on the stream. I don't know how you people sleep at night. Don't make me get that sporting out. Don't make me get. This is how lazy people are, and I'm lazy as well. Mrs. goes, "Oh, you don't take the rubbish out in the bin." I go, "I'll do it later. Don't worry." Right. There's 4 likes. Even I'm going to like it now. Take it to 5. This is why Toffee Bluecast can't grow. This is why we don't get more friends in the comments, because people can't be asked to like it.
Subscribe.
We've got a derby coming up. Yeah, 13 on now. It's just gone up 2. Come on. Me and Paul put big shifting on this channel, right? Get on now. I like it. 5 likes. I want to see 20 on. Otherwise, I'll get my sporting outfit on and go crazy just to get more viewings and likes. Yeah, so we want
teams.
Your lineups now.
Yeah. Well, have you got your team?
What's that?
Have you got your team? So you're going to do it off the top of your head?
Hold on. Got it here, mate. Let's do this.
Do you want me to go
I know
first?
my team anyway. I know my team,
you?
so you do yours.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm starting to get to know you on this channel now, and I think a lot of people as well. And I know your team. And
you know my team.
Yeah. Well, I knew personally. I'm just going to say mine first because I knew that. Yeah, might as well it's there now. It makes it easier for me. My team is here.
Oh, I see. Been well prepared. Then
I haven't made that my team. I just agree with. I mean, you don't change a yeah. You don't change a winning team for me. That worked amazing. No. That can beat Liverpool for me. That team can beat Liverpool the same as last time. I mean, how many chances we created, and how well we did against Bournemouth. Not 3-1, by the way. School of Science, 3-0. I believe that same team there can hurt them. There's nothing I'd change. Now, I know for a fact that you're this man. You are.
I am.
Ain't you? Yeah. I know. Mama says, show me. You're the wing backs. You're a wing backer.
That's just from sheer personal experience. Yes.
So let's have this. Let's have Paul's team on wing backs.
I'm going to see if I can. If you can see it from where I am here. So
I can't see the players, but I can see roughly what it is. 3, 4, 2, 1.
We've got Pickford in goal. I'm going 3 at the back. I do. So Branthwaite's your left-sided. Tarks is your middle. Ben Godfrey's your right.
Godfrey.
I'd love to see Ben Godfrey against Diaz because I just think he would send him into Rosette.
Godfrey in the derby. Naughty.
He'd be up for a fight there, wouldn't he?
Well, he's been dropped for a long time. So it's a risky move, but it's one that could pay off. Ben Godfrey, I like him.
Like I said before, I used to be McNeil to be that left wing back because I think he could do both. But Mikalenko, I think, has been fairly solid recently. And I want McNeil further forward for this one. So Mikalenko, left wing back, Patson right wing back, Onana and James Garner in the middle. And then that's where I've actually dropped Decore, and I've got Harrison.
No.
And I've got McNeil. Harrison and McNeil.
So, who's that front three? Harrison, McNeil, and DCL.
DCL, yeah.
Do you know what? It's a good team.
Harrison generally would just be in that kind of area, to be honest. I think him on the ball there and McNeil sort of supporting DCL going forward, I just think works.
That's basically the team that played Aston Villa, but you've put Godfrey in instead of Keane, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's exactly the set. Yeah, it is. It's a good team, and Sean Dyche has got loads of good options. He did mention in the press conference, Sean Dyche did saying about that formation, and maybe this will make you happy. Maybe that's why he tried it against Aston Villa, because he was already thinking ahead for the derby, because he knows that Liverpool are good on the wings, and maybe he was seeing that formation could be something that hurts them and stops them. It's not a bad formation. I don't know. Maybe it's just because Decore said he'll meet my daughter one day that I absolutely love him and I'm never going to drop him in my entire life.
Well, I'm going to drop him.
The reason.
I'm going to drop him every time until he actually meets you. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, but it could work the opposite way. He might not like me if I do that.
Yeah. There you
go. I might be brutal like you if he doesn't send a message in like the next month. I might start dropping him then. But no, I honestly do believe that Decore, the shot that he did against Bournemouth when he scored, that goal was good, the first goal. The shot where he hit the top corner joint straight after, he's got that. He's got that var-var-voom. He's French. Yeah. Is he French? Yeah. He's got the var-var-voom because... Yeah. And after games, Decore is going on Twitter straight after games and tweeting now. That's a happy player, because he doesn't normally do that. He's smiling. He's running around celebrations. Someone talked about he's always the first person on site when people are celebrating, and Decore retweeted it. He's a very happy man now. And I honestly feel that a footballer that's happy is a dangerous footballer because, like I say, they've got the mojo. And I just feel Decore, he's everywhere. Sometimes he is a player, Paul, though, because he plays in front of the midfield. He's a player you don't realise what he does, but you take him out, you haven't got that player running around, closing all the Liverpool players down, stopping space, breaking passes down, and putting them under pressure. If Decore's not on the pitch for me, they get more time on the ball for me. I think him in the middle of the park does help, but that's just my opinion on Decore. I just love him in the middle.
The good thing at the moment is that they all seem pretty positive. They all seem, like you said, there's a lot of competition. They all seem willing to put themselves on the line to keep their place in the side. No one's sort of floating around and not putting the effort in. Do you know what I mean? Middle three of Garnegay and Anana and Decore had a spell of doing that, didn't they? And that coincided with us absolutely getting battered all the time and not really creating anything. So, yeah, I get you. And I'm still a massive fan of Decore. I just think
your team is good.
That's what I would do. So, but not everyone agrees, and that's fine.
Absolutely.
Go for it.
I do like your team. I do. I'm not saying your team's bad though. I love your team as well.
No, it's fine. It's
okay. Here we go. Another one. Paul, they're not on to you today. It's not your frigging O'Neills today. It's me, mate. I know that Decore. I know who Decore plays for, Jamie, internationally. But I think he tried to play for France, but he just went with these because he couldn't get in the France team. Am I wrong? Or am I right? That's what I thought. We see a lot of players do it, don't we? They can't get into a certain international team, so they're half each and they go to the one that they can get in. I think that's what Decore did.
Do you want to see? Want to see one?
Let's get the teams on.
Who do you think is in capital letters for Jamie?
Obviously, Patterson. He's in love, and he is going to Jamie's and Patterson's wedding soon. We are. I love Patterson. I do, and I did side up for Patterson actually on the space the other night. I was listening to it, Jamie, because I actually said that Patterson against Nunes. Is it Nunes? Yeah. In the derby last time, had a fantastic game, and we was all saying Patterson had Nunes in his pocket, and he had clattered him down near the corner flag, and it was one of the best games I ever remember Patterson playing, and we loved him after it, but then he picked up a few injuries. So if Patterson plays, I'm fully behind it. It's a hard dilemma because, like, you've got Patterson, you can play Patterson, who's young and hungry, and might do the job.
Yeah.
And then you can play Young, who's experienced, and that experience could show through in a derby because we've known in the past, like your Philip Nevilles and stuff like that in the derby, the experienced players can show it, can't they, in the big game? So Young could be good in the game as well. So I'm game for anybody. I think it's a really good situation, Paul, that we've got a big debate on who to play because last season we didn't have a choice, did we?
No.
We didn't like who was playing.
The same every week, wasn't it? It was the same every week,
and we didn't like it. We was playing a team and we didn't like it. Where this season it's like yeah, I don't know if I play him, play that formation, play this formation. We've actually got a centre forward. We've got 2 free strikers now. Progression. I like it. Right, get the teams on the screen, Paul.
But at the moment, I'm waiting for more people to send us them. To be honest, I think it's not. It's not easy. To be honest, it's not easy at all.
Get my freaking that back on. They put the teams up now. You know what I mean? Hold on, my earpiece is just rolling across the room.
Yeah, Blues is saying same as Bournemouth, same as you said. Same as you said. We want to see Patterson going forward, but maybe not this one. He was chasing Mbappe for 90 minutes, so he'd rest him. So, why not?
Get your lineups on. Give us your lineups.
Emma's also saying that who's most likely to get sent off. Well, actually, I would say Decore, to be honest. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I don't know what you think.
I can see McAllister getting sent off after him picking a yellow card up every game since he's been there. And
it's not a
I think if he's already on, these Argentine players seem to pick up a lot of yellow cards, and McAllister's the same. I do think McAllister could get a double yellow. I do believe that Tsimikas, as the Blues has corrected me, that's why I love him. I do believe Tsimikas is going to struggle. He could get a yellow. Yeah. Van Dijk with Calvert-Lewin, I think he's going to struggle. This is good. I can see a lot of their players picking up a yellow card, Paul. I'm scared of us getting a red because I wouldn't want to kill the game like that, because I don't believe against them we're a team that could play with 10 men. I think we could do them 11 against 11, but I think if we go 10 men, their quality will show. I really do. So I wouldn't want to go down to 10 men. I'm sure Sean Dyche would have had words. Like you say, Decore with the Spurs moment with the Harry Kane. I think he's going to be up for this derby, Decore. And I think he's going to be revved. He's going to be like, yeah, come on. And I want that in him. But he's got to control it. Because we often say in a derby, we want to see passion, we want to see tackles. Tarkowski, that tackle Tarkowski did on Dobbin in training, could have put him in hospital. he's another player that could get a red card, Tarkowski, on tackles. But I want the passion, I want the aggression, but switch your head on. I want us to be controlled. Like and subscribe. Just seen us go up to 17 people on Toffee Bluecast, baby.
Shall we predict? Should we get into...
I don't want to do this. Yeah, look, people are coming on now. Look at this, look. The show's starting. They're coming on late, me. Let's go.
Watch it back. Watch it back, everybody.
Yeah, let's go.
You missed, I tell you what,
right,
you missed the beginning. Cracking beginning there.
You catch it up. Good entrance that was, wasn't
it? It was a very good, the music especially.
This is Everton. No retreat, no surrender. We are Everton.
That. What do you reckon about Patterson and Harrison being a new Baines and Pienaar on the right-hand side? I'd love to have some people like that again. Yeah, you're not going to get exactly like that again. Once in a lifetime, though.
No, Pienaar was Pienaar was just a different. He had this top on as well. Pienaar did. Pienaar was just a different gravy. When I did it the other day when I did the edits for the Toffee Bluecast of the derby.
Yeah.
I went back and I looked at Cahill punching the corner flag, and it's just it's like I miss him. I do. I went back and I watched Richarlison score in the derby. I miss him. I watched Pienaar with his dreads. I love Pienaar. Like that, the little sways left and right, trick you. Yeah. Those sort of swings. Pienaar was just, I loved them. And I always will. But the thing is, I've seen a few people talking about Rodriguez's pass to Richarlison in the derby. This is time to make new history. It's time for some players to shine in a derby that we've got now. Yes, the Rodriguez pass was nice to Richarlison when he scored, but let's see a James Garner pass through to Calvert-Lewin in the derby, and let's play that video all season. We've got to make new heroes. That's the one, Paul. Yeah, and I do believe we've got them in the squad. They are young. It's just whether they're going to show the character to do so, but I do believe they can. We can be heroes. Oh, God. Right, score predictions. I hate doing score predictions because I'm not like that cop-out, like going 4-0, 5-0. We're going to smash it. I was like, frigging, oh, calm down. 4-0. He goes, you're not going to score? I was like, bloody hell, mate. He goes, you're not going to score? And I goes, all right, fair enough. But I've saved that video. And by the way, I ain't put the video on. I was going to put it on this channel. Paul, I sent it you. Yeah. Even Chloe said to me, Paul, if we beat them, you have got the best video to pull out the bag if we beat them. After him saying that Calvert-Lewin shit. So if Calvert-Lewin scores, that's him chatting crap straight away that is shit. If we score, that's all we've got to do because apparently we're not going to score. That's kind of gone against what he said as well. And yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I am ready for this derby. I hope the players are as well. Go on, Paul. Give your score prediction first.
Rachel, go on then. Shall I say mine?
No, go on. Sorry. So, Paul, go on. Read theirs, and then we'll give ours at the end. We'll change it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Why not this time? Yeah. Richo thinks Harrison's going to get the winner for us. Get us the winner 1-0. Or I hope it's in about 75 minutes of injury time. That'd be awesome. Everything Everton thinks 2-1. I hope we're 2-0 up first. Where else are we going here? Come on, guys, send us them in.
Actually, do you know where I dressed as a Spartan today for this derby? You look a bit like Inchy today, you do, mate.
Inchy?
Yeah.
Old Inchy.
Yeah, your hair and all that. You look a bit like your favourite player today, mate. You've got this. It looks slick. Skills.com. You're ready.
While I'm at the place in scrolling, actually, I'll just mention that it's Emma's birthday on Sunday. So we've got to give Everton have got to give her 3 points as a present. So and also it's Jamie's daughter's first birthday as well. So there
do you
we
know
go.
What? This is some people think that we do this channel for attention, but we don't. It's the most connected channel I've ever. Well, I don't know what channels are like on the inside, but it's the most connected channel ever. We've made so many friends on this Toffee Blue cast, and happy birthday to Emma for that. Jamie, his family's not been well. I hope you have the better. Colds and flus we've all had. This is how connected we are. Everything Everton's been through a bit of crap there for you all the way, mate. Not going to say nothing, but there for you all the way. It's a connected channel, and that's what we say. Like and subscribe because we are a channel that generally love you lot in the comments. And the only reason that we did Toffee Bluecast is to bring Everton fans together. Me and Paul went on a space. We've become good friends. We've even met for a good weekend over here. Like, I've got a good pool video where I nearly cleared up from break. I'll put it on Twitter later on. Don't worry, you'll like it. No, I've got a new one, Paul. I did it today. I put all the balls, and I had to pop one ball and go into the black to bring it on. And I went into the black to make it on easy, but then I missed the ball. I'll show you later on. But yeah, it's a cracking channel. Like and subscribe, everyone. Is that everyone's score prediction?
Jamie's gone 2-2. Chris has said 1-1. Obviously, he'd love to win though. I mean, I'm actually going to. If you see me, say hi. I'm going to Rainhill Beer Festival tomorrow. So I don't know why. Tickets were bought. No conversation.
You're going, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to a beer festival tomorrow. So I hope I'm going there in a happy mood. Otherwise, I'm going to be a miserable beer drinker. Blues has said 1-1 DCL Salah, but he's still not that confident. I prefer Emma's, to be fair. 2-1. Tarkovsky header last minute. Get him. Where are we?
Do you know what though? The Blues is brutal, And if he's seen a draw, he's pretty confident because he likes his tactics, and he doesn't always go Everton. The Blues don't. I've even known him to say we're going to lose. So even the Blues fancies us. It must have been hard for him to put that.
Keeps it real, doesn't he? He tries to keep it real. I tell you what, I'll go first. And then you can go crackers. I think.
Punch a microphone, not the corner flag.
You know what? I'm going to say 3-2. I'm going to say 3-2. Absolute cracking game. Absolute nuts. Sendings off. You know, loose cats, dogs. You know, fight between Sean Dyche and Klopp. Sean Dyche.
Tiger on the pitch.
Right on the glasses.
Tiger on the pitch. And Onana eats it.
All that downpour. If there's a storm, there'll be a storm involved. The snow, you know, anything, everything goes.
Big flood. There's floods everywhere because of the weather. Big flood on the pitch,
shocking.
and
we'll be 2-0 down. We'll be 2-0 down.
Swimmer gets up on the swimming through the pitch, through the floods, heads it in back of the net.
Speedo Mick turns up. Do you know what I mean? He's there.
Speedo Mick in his speedos dives in under like a dolphin, heads it in like Duncan Ferguson.
Awesome. 2-0 down. Then we come back 3-2 in the last 5 minutes. Amazing. First game on Match of the Day.
Some pitch invasion, Paul. Like me at the top and you next to me, and Jamie and everyone all going in like whoosh, 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 Spartan. You know what I mean? You have to get us off the pitch to get the players ready. It's all going down tomorrow, and they don't even know about it.
That's me being realistic, you know, something like that. I think.
I've made you positive though. I know you don't. I know you don't like derbies. You've gone 3-2. I know you don't like derbies. This is what I do. They call me Positive Dan for a reason.
Beach balls as well. Get in.
I put my name on the line. Would absolutely love that, Paul. The Prince Rupert's just said to you.
Yeah. Good lad, Andrew.
3-1.
Dead on, yeah.
Andrew
That'd
Matthews.
Awesome.
3-1 Everton.
I'd love that. The referee will score the winning goal.
Imagine if Pickford scores from a corner extra time. That'd be amazing.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. I'm sure I saw a TV show once. Where the PE teacher, it was a cup final and the referee didn't turn up. So the PE teacher of this school ref the game, and it was 2-2, and his team have a corner and he's reffing it and he heads it in and they end up winning it. I don't even know who the referee is tomorrow, but that'd be class. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, it's a crap referee, isn't it?
Oh, is it? But they're all rubbish.
No, they're all. But it says it said something about the referee's been banned. I think it's the one that was in the VAR box.
In a Liverpool game.
I'm going to put my sporting outfit on.
That'd be brilliant.
Here we go. Before I give my score prediction, before we end it, it might be the one that was in the VAR box that was banned or something like that.
Greg Pawson.
This is not a towel.
Have you got Branthwaite and Tarkovsky on your chest there? Is that what that is?
That's actually a tiger, you know. Good tiger, actually. Tiger and a lion. Tiger and a lion. And this is why I'm a Spartan warrior. Tiger and a lion. You think I'm going to be back down from some cop-eyes in a freaking space, mate? I'm a Spartan warrior. I said to him, any day, any time. I'm a Spartan warrior. I ain't backing down. I've supported Everton for a very long time. And I ain't taking it, mate. I ain't taking it. And I hope we do well tomorrow. I do. I'll get my Spartan thing on. I hope we do well. I'm all about banter as well.
To be fair, this is, for everyone, just so they know, this is how Dan goes to the shop on the corner.
Well, do you know what? The funny thing is, before we end this, because we are a funny channel, we like to give you entertainment because some are too serious. But here we go. We're not that serious, but we are serious at times. But let's get me Everton badge. Oh, bloody hell. Right. I said to Chloe, we've seen this one with blue Do you know, like the blue things in it instead of the
Yeah.
red, the blue. And
Yeah.
I showed it a proper medieval Viking one, and it was like 120 quid. And I says to Chloe, "Can I?" I go, "Shall I get that?" And she just goes, "Are you mad? 120 quid?" She goes, "When are you going to wear it?" I goes, "I can wear it on the walk and talks down the beach." I can wear
There
it
you
on the
go.
walk and talks down the beach. And she goes, "You're having a joke, ain't you?" I goes, "Yeah," but it was a really good one with a blue. Well, it was proper metal. This one's just plastic. It's probably from a Halloween shop. Couldn't get this one. Don't look that good on me, does it? Really? But yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good, I would say.
Feel a bit like a Muppet in it, but I feel like a proper medieval one. I would feel like a warrior. But yeah, I'm ready for this derby. My score prediction is going to be.
Go on.
I don't want to say anything stupid because I'm taking it proper serious that this cop-out come at me. And I respected him, and I know how good Liverpool are, by the way. And if he spoke to me nicely, I'll speak to him nicely. So I'm not going to say it's stupid. And I know I risk getting loads of stick here by wearing a Spartan thing on the channel. But at the end of the day, they spent like 200 million and we spent 10 million. So I'm not that worried about this. I've just taken the free risk on him looking like an idiot if we do win. I'm going to go for... You know, this how can you fight with a sword with this keep coming off? Right, I'm going to go for
obviously.
Too big, mate. Got the Spartan. This is Spartan. Right, this is Everton. No retreat, no surrender.
No,
I am going for. Do you know what? I'm going to do you. I'm going to be naughty like you. I'm going to say 2 scores.
Go on.
3-0.
What was 3-0?
Or 1-0.
Did I say 2 scores? I think I said 3-2.
No, like, remember when we first started doing scores, you started asking for 2 and I said no. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm going to go for I love 1-0. I'd love to get the first goal. I'd love to defend it out. I think I'd absolutely poo my pants defending it out. But the pressure's on them if we get that first goal. That's why I said 3-0. Because I think a 1-0 would give me a heart attack. And that's why I said 3. But yeah, I'm ready for this. Right. Here we go. Thank you, everybody, for coming on.
Brilliant. I tell you what, you've cheered me up and I'm more positive now. I might only watch it like this.
Oh my God. I did think to myself.
Even watch it with both eyes.
Just watch it. It's just a free ride. You know what I mean? I did think to myself, like, oh my days, Paul's got to get me like this on the channel, and he doesn't even know what's coming because I didn't even tell you as a surprise. But
you didn't say a word though.
I know you love me, so I knew I'd be all right. Lucky we're good friends, ain't we? Thanks everyone for coming on. Bit of entertainment. A lot of people stress about the derby and they're miserable before it, but I just want to brighten people up because it's a free ride. Honestly, let's see what happens. And it's a free ride, but if you win, you can brag about it a lot. If you lose, you can say, "Oh well, you spent 200 million." But if you win, you can say, "Right, you gave us loads of shit saying we're shit, and we beat you, and apparently we're shit." So it's a really good chance to do something. And I want to say this. I was meant to say this. I was saying it walking down the street the other day. We lost some games that we should have won. If we do win this game, it would give us so much momentum, Paul. Like it would make us, because it'd mean we've won, what is it, 5 in the last 4? No, 4 in the last 5.
4 in the last 5.
5 in the last 5. Yeah,
it
means we've won 4 in the last 5, and it also gives us that confidence where we've lost against some of the weaker teams that we can beat some of the bigger teams. Do you know what I mean? Because we've got some harder fixtures coming up.
I always think this is our hardest fixture, like mentally. I just think it's our hardest one. So we do well in this, and the rest of the season's easy, walking about.
We've got this. We have got this. Up them toffees, everyone. Hope you've had a laugh tonight. The Blue Cast will always give you entertainment. Paul, amazing as always. I'm going to drop that banner on now. We're Everton. I love Everton. I've supported them for years, and it's a big relationship that we're in with them. We love them. We've got to get behind them. We've got to back them up. Don't turn your back on your club, whether they're not playing well or not. Don't turn your back on them. Don't turn your back on the players. We love that football club. We really do love that football club. Don't let some cop-out go and say to you, oh, you're shit, you're shit, you're shit. Even if you're shit, the only person that can say, you can call Everton shit, but they can't. Do you know what I mean, Paul? We can call our own players, our own club shit, but they can't. Back your club up.
Exactly.
Here we go. Bang it. Martin. Stop the banner. Get on the stream, we'll be celebrating. I hope so. I really do.